You contact a smuggler. A smuggler brings in the bullets. He brings in the gun in containers wrapped in Turkey, and then they smuggle them straight to wherever they want them delivered under the supervision of the Nigerian custom, maybe some Nigerian DSS, Nigerian Army, Nigeria Police. These information are informations that are indeed should tell you the people behind terrorism in Nigeria and how and when the smugglers bring in their arms into Nigeria. So when you add 1 and 2 together, I don't think it should be that difficult for any sane mind. So to the criminally minded Nigerians, this is just an attempt to spoil the name of this man. In fact, all of these things is just to tarnish his image. He is a good man. He is a very clinical man. He is an hotelier. He is a businessman. All these things, no evidence, because it is Nigeria. No evidence. And the Nigerian police would have to arrest you. And if you are not by any means close to where you can be arrested, they will declare you wanted. So they have declared the man that exposed the customs corruption, the rackets of smugglers. That person has now been declared wanted. Just the same way, the Nigerian Army declared the people that survived the attack on the people of, the attack on Okoma by the Nigerian Army. So what happened after? Because they came out to debunk the lies of the Nigerian Army, which the Nigerian media are already helping them to establish across Nigeria. These people killed Nigerian soldiers, 17 soldiers. Abi, the number 7, the man on the number 7th position, Igwe Clement Ikolo, is a monarch. He came out to condemn the killing and he called for the investigation. These people wrote petition to the Nigerian Army in their area twice to say the level of bunkering in that part is so much that they needed to investigate their own personnel, their own fellow soldiers. They sent, in fact, Baba, this year alone, between January and February, the Okoma people, they wrote 2 petitions to the Nigerian military to please come to their aid, because the activities of the Nigerian Army and so many other criminals in that axis doing bunkering is becoming dangerous, that it could escalate into something else soon. Also, they wouldn't mind to please, the Nigerian Army should intervene as well, that their personnel in that area, that they are already taking side, working for a warlord, Tompolo. Tompolo that is believed to be Ijo, Okoma people believed to be Yoruba. So they said they have been fighting over land for some time. In their petition, alerting the military that there are things developing in the area, they needed their help. The military went there, and that was when they said they went for peace mission. You didn't go for peace mission. When you went there and you said you are taking their leaders away, they resisted. Just for resisting, you opened fire. Over 80 people were killed. You left. All of you that killed, you left. You came back again with more gunboats. Second time. And for those who were left, you started shifting again. Baba, these people that survived and gave the account of what happened, they are now the people declared wanted by the Nigerian Army. So just for a recap, the Igwe among them, Clement Ikolo, has volunteered himself, surrendered himself to the Nigeria police. And the Nigerian police have also ferried him straight to Abuja, to the Nigerian army. So he is now in custody of the Nigerian army. And according to him, like Fisayo said he is going to go to them because he's not done anything wrong. So did Mr. Ikolo. is now in the custody of the Nigerian army. How could the victims of your criminal enterprise now be declared wanted? They even use the video, they even use the screenshot of the video made by the guy on number 8, Ruben Baru. They used the video he made where he said, I know after making this video, Nigerian army will declare me wanted, but it's okay, they should declare me wanted, but I will tell the world the truth. He said his truth, and guess what? The Nigerian army declared him wanted. That guy at number 8. Here is the king at number 7.
This morning, to the greatest of my surprise, I saw my name on the list of persons wanted in connection with this heinous crime. It is a shock to me because I have no hand in such things. I don't believe in anything that has got to do with truncating the lives of human beings. I am not in any way, shape, or form connected to this. Let it be stated clearly here that I haven't been able, even as a monarch, I haven't been able to access the kingdom till date. I got my staff of office on the 16th of November, 2023. Now, prior to getting my staff of office, it's been turbulent. The government is sufficiently aware of my position. And I'm really, really very surprised and taken aback that my name as a monarch of the kingdom will appear in a list of wanted persons. I have no hands in killings. I have no hands in encouraging anybody to kill anybody. It is against my philosophy as a human being and my faith as a Catholic. It is against it. This is a serious crime against humanity. And I think they need to look at the appropriate places. They need to do a thorough investigation to know all those who have committed this and bring them to book.
You wish. They know those who did it because they did it. Yes, they did it. And they just need people to take the fall. And because these guys are murderous, bloodthirsty criminals in a criminal country like that, or a contraption that you call a country, they have the media that will always help them, okay? To sort of make it look okay. And it has always been working, always been working, until social media came. And that is why, if they want to see, if they lay their hands on somebody like me now, they will charge me for, they may charge me for cyberbullying, that I am bullying Tinubu, bullying this and bullying that, okay? And then they will charge me for incitement, that I am inciting the victims of bad government to demand for better deals or better government. So I'm inciting them. That's criminal. Also, what I am doing can overthrow government. I mean, if the people says they don't want bad government anymore, they've had enough, all of that stuff. So my action could trigger that. So they will charge me for all the crimes that has no evidence or no proof. And guess what? You will see educated people, like many of you watching me right now. It's true, Jared. I mean, that boy, his mouth, honestly speaking, his mouth. If you, I mean, they have to teach him a lesson. So the legality is always justified that way. And like I said, don't try to fight for Nigerians. Don't be stupid. By any means, right? Don't get too carried away and begin to see yourself as somebody who is fighting for Nigerians. Don't try it. Okay? Because they will join them to make you their real problems. Nigerians don't get mad that they are criminals. You don't know. The reason why some of them are angry and mad with their criminal leaders is because they are not part of those who are kind of eating the crumbs. So don't ever get yourself carried away. All right? And that's why when I see anybody there, we are fighting for you. We are fighting. Baba, who sent you? Don't fight for anybody. You can't fight for anybody. Do you understand? There's not a way paying person pass. May you the fight, and everywhere, blood, everywhere. Finally, they don't, Ishometa, Isho 5, Cesare cut. I'm talking about maybe about 5 veins already cut, and you're like that. And then you see the people you thought you were fighting for. And they look at us here. Jackie Chan. Now who send you? Now who send you? You just want to kill yourself, Abi. You go just die. I don't know who send you or this thing where you they do. Now, not the way pain person pass. And I don't think you want to see yourself or find yourself in that situation. So don't ever, for any reason, think your advocacy, your outspokenness, and then your boldness and your courage. Like some people will say to me, I love your courage, Mayegun. I love what you are doing. You are really opening a lot of people's eyes. You are really opening a lot of people's mind. In fact, you are fighting for the people. I say, Hold up. Don't let us get too carried away. Okay? For every one of us that speaks out or encourages others who probably think like you to speak out, and also by us speaking out, we are also helping to give some people who are confused clarity. But do you know what you are doing? You are doing it for yourself, Neil. What I'm doing right now, I'm doing it for myself, Neil. I am doing it because you know what? If this works, if I manage to become influential enough that I could influence millions of people simply by just saying this, and everybody begin to say, that's true. Mayegun, I've been thinking that thing too. Oh no, yeah. Wow, Mayegun, honestly, you just spoke my mind. The more people we have like that, the more safer I will become in the world that these Olori Brukus are trying to force on me and my own descendants, my children and children. Because to some people, it be like say the whole world is becoming dumber and dumber and dumber. You won't blame the world. If you are from Nigeria and you are living in Nigeria, Baba, when they tell you, say, Ogunlaye ni o. It be like saying a war you can't fight, and they are like invisible war. So you get the Ogunlaye ni. And Baba, to so many of us who have somehow, who have seen that if nothing is done, now that majority are more interested in what they are going to eat than how they are actually going to have a life. Mama Jerawa last, we're going to chop ourselves last. So what is now the usefulness of Mayegun is fighting for people when the people you are fighting for bread? So don't fight for anybody until they kind of pick up the fight themselves. And picking up the fight from themselves by themselves for themselves start from here. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it means that if this work, a day or a time is coming that I do not have to spend hours trying to show to you what you are seeing every day. Or somehow, you kind of still trying to believe that, well, We know all this problem, but there is nothing we can do about it, my brother. Our people are not ready to fight. Our people are not ready to stand up for their rights. Are you ready? How many of those rights have you stood up for? Or you are hiding behind, I support you, Jarima Yegun. Don't support me. Stand for yourself and be counted. So don't ever think you can fight for anybody in that place. So, and I think anybody who think that it's actually deluded. A lot of people kind of have that hero personalities, the ones that if you really want, they say, oh, no, oh, let me do that for you. People who like to play heroes, hero personality. You come in and everybody's like, oh my God, please, I'm so happy to, that kind of, I say, you changed my life, kind of. There are people who actually like that too, but there are people that what you do changes their life too. So I'm not like saying it's, but there are actually people who enjoy that hero thing. All of you come to me. I know the way. I will lead you. And all of that kind of thing. It doesn't really work well or end well. But where you have people who are standing for themselves and standing for those who can't stand up for themselves. And they have reasons why they are standing up. That is when people have purpose and say, I am fighting for my children. I am fighting for my children's future. I am fighting for healthcare. I am fighting for better education. I am fighting for better representation. I am fighting for good infrastructure. I am standing up for the woman rights, not human, women rights, women's rights. I'm standing up for animals' rights. I'm standing up for this. I'm standing up for that. Then you have purpose. You don't sit down there and expect somebody and say, hey, our people are not serious. Are you serious? Or you are not serious yet until some people serious. Instead of them to be on the street right now, instead of everybody to be on the street, they are there waiting for it. Why are you not on the street? Did you go on the street and somehow you don't see other people that will join you? So that is what I'm trying to say here is this, okay? I'm saying we can all stop expecting other people to do what we think should be done when we can actually be the example. And being an example doesn't mean you have to go outside there now. I say, see, Mayegun, I did outside now. Nobody came out. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that the moment you have the purpose, if insecurity alone is why you just feel like, which can contribute this? There's no security. If that is the only thing that you are going to make us your purpose and say, this establishment must answer they must answer the questions or they must go. That's something. That's a purpose. You can stand up for that. Where you are standing for insecurity, another person is standing up for economy. Another one is standing up for unemployment. Others are there. And before you know it, you are going to have everybody who have why and reasons why they are there, not waiting for, say, oh, we are here fighting for you now. No, you're not fighting for anybody. You're fighting for yourself. That is the purpose you have to have. But if you are still expecting that it has to be done by some other people, then you do not have any right to come around and say people are not serious. Remember that. But again, why I have to say all that is because you must know that you do not have that save me hero personality, and it doesn't really save anybody if you cannot even save yourself. So you see, now when you have a system that a law would say you have tribal war, you have ethnic this and all of that, all of those ones are not really as powerful, as strong as the class war. When you look at the basket of those that you can say, these are the career criminals from all over Nigeria, from all the tribes, from all the religions, you will see everybody from everywhere there. Even if they are like this, not many, You will see everybody, every tribe, every religion, every ethnic is represented in that class, the upper class. There is no middle class anymore. So what you have is a lower class and bottom barrel. The bottom barrels are those that are like crabs in a bucket. Have you ever seen the crabs in a bucket before? I'm talking about hundreds, if not thousands of crabs in a big bucket. Filled up, right? And then you will see some crabs struggling and struggling. Why they are struggling to get out? Because you see at the bottom of that crab bucket, there are crabs there. So the crabs there, they are like the foundation for the crabs next to them and the one next to them, like a pipe up to the top. You see the ones at the top, at the one where they see the sky be that, they enjoy the free air. But you see at the bottom, it hurts at the bottom. But it is still a bucket of crabs. You will still see some crabs who have energy, okay, to move and try to come to the top. So when you pour food inside the bucket of crabs, when you pour food there, those at the top, now them go first eat the crumbs. While they are doing this like that, the ones that are falling, they will be falling to the next ladder, next ladder, next ladder. Now maybe now the shit go enter those ones within the bottom barrel. But they are crabs. It is dog eat dog world, okay? So this is the class that majority of Nigerians have been poured into, okay? You see those of you that are living the hard life that you call easy life, the life where you are a mini local government on your own. Proud Nigerians, you are the top crabs. You are feeding from the crumbs, but you are comfortable because they get here they blow you. You feel complain about things being expensive, okay? But somehow, God, they do them. Now you be the top crabs. The one next to you are the ones who are also praying that they will be like you someday. But even at that, and consider it like that, down, and the ones where they chop shit. Now them plenty pass, so then you can also see some crabs that now jumped out of the bucket. Now those ones, they may find thieves, water, and guess what will happen? The water now carry them overseas. Awanyela Japaju. Majority of us where they abroad today, that our stories are similar to the stories of those who are hustling in Nigeria today, who are trying everything to get there. A lot of you will flash back and look back and say, Mayego, I am one of the crabs that made it to the top. And in fact, jumped out of the entire bucket. So free. While I was doing kata, I found sea. And the sea took me overseas. I became maybe lobster. It became a bigger lobster that is now so cherished. Now they are not just like, you are not just at the bottom barrel eating shit from that crab bucket. Now you are, the analogy, right, is just so you know that the struggle of getting out of that bucket, the survivor, some people where they are trying to get to the top from that crab bucket with the weight of other crabs on them. While they are trying to get out, they go break one leg. Some go break two. Others go break the entire 4 legs, I mean 6 legs. They can no longer move anymore. These are those that Nigeria will happen to. All right? Maybe at infant age, at childhood, they've lost their parents. Now two hands, they don't cut off with that. How do you then push out of the crab, of millions of crab, the bucket to real along with 2 legs? It go come the struggle along the line. It say, okay, let's get education. Maybe that won't give you any small strength. If they try and get education more, at the end of the day, say it can no longer afford education. Pants, no progress again. They don't break another leg. There are many crabs in Nigeria today, many Nigerians whose hands, legs have been broken. These are the people we call the humbled slaves. Those are the ones that will ask you, why are you trying to fight government? You can never fight government. Nobody can fight government and win. As if to say, asking for your own fundamental human rights is a fight. For them, it's a fight. Instead of you to just stay for a corner, when the people where they once their crumbs drop, I grab them. I get my handwork. Those are the ones I will tell you. I get my handwork. I don't wait for government to come and feed me. I am a carpenter. I'm a furnisher. I'm a this. I'm a that. Because normally they've taken away something that could have empowered them, education, for them to understand how economy affects even you. Where we say, now carpenter you be. The economy can crumble so much that your hammer, Baba, you go on sell am. But because they've removed the education and they don't cut the two leg as a crab when no get hand, when no get leg, a crippled one with hammer. Every problem go they look like saying a nail. Like, you know, they will be like, why are you fighting government? All these things that you are doing, you can never fight government. Nobody can. How can you asking for your right a fight against government? The humbled slaves. Some of them, they got the education. But you know, one leg, 1.5 hand, 1.5 leg. Here you get. The education they gave to them is just social conditioning. Those are the sophisticated morons. They can read and write, but sense they don't get. Because they have already been crippled.